Hey, today I want to chat to you about collection and high collection and how it's possible for you to ride collected and high collected moves like you see right now on your screen. So I'm showing you some of those collected moves that we can do, myself or Frassy, and I'm hoping you're enjoying those and really getting some inspiration from them and going for it and want to go for it. Hi, I'm Tony Lander, and I want to thank you for being with me. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to ride powerful, high-collected movements with my horses. But sadly, I could never get those close connection, that collection, and let alone the high collection. My horses always ran forward, they were on the forehand, they leaned heavier on the bits, and I could never get them to come back off and adjust their weight. So for years, I endured this frustration, this confusion, and oftentimes anger. And as I tried to do all these different methods for getting collection, I don't know if you felt that same frustration in yourself, but what I found out is when I looked at all the videos and all the books and everything else, I felt like hope was gone. I felt like it was just not going to happen for me. But I want to let you know, hope is not lost. You are not the problem. Your horse is not the problem. And you too, with your horse, can enjoy these power and exuberance in high collection with your horse, just as I do now. And I especially want to float an idea that currently that so much modern dressage or conventional horse world has made horse riders feel often inadequate and inept, or even hugely not worthy of being able to ride high collection, or even just collection if I don't even add in high collection. But what I'm alluding to is that the commonly promoted method of having to ride the horse forward on the straight, as well as long and low, and in some form of contact, or some other similar paradigms, which gives riders the impression that they really must do some style of kind of marathon running. It's like running forward and with a stretch in the neck and back for years before collection can even be attempted. In fact, many riders never even get to try collection because they never even felt the ability, like I couldn't feel the ability to manage to get their horse to adjust its balance. It was just always on the forehand. It's like it's a mythical nirvana that can never be reached. So, if any of this resonates with you, then listen up and come with me on a story of a short journey of discovery as I tell you a tale about horses and dreams and rules and myths and collection, and how you can see a completely different path to collection and high collection. Let's go. So what if the collection that you've been training for years for was actually never something that your horse needed to be taught in the first place? And what if everything you were told about how to develop collection has been leading you further away from it? Crazy, right? Now look, just imagine this, picture this. Imagine a young horse in an open pasture. Hardly anyone has touched the horse before. There are no bits, there are no reins, there's no side reins, there's no spurs, there's no contact. No arena lines carved into the pasture, right? Just wind and space and life moving through this body that has yet not been instructed of how it should look. And then something catches its attention, right? And in an instant, the horse rises and the front lifts and the weight shifts back and the hindquarters start to flex and sit down with incredible power and beauty. The neck arches high, not pulled in, not positioned, but alive. Then the steps become short, elevated, expressive, graceful. The legs lift and land as if the earth itself was responding back to those feet. There's like electricity in the air. Strength and lightness is existing at the same time. The horse collects itself from within, organizing its muscles, its balance, its energy into something so majestic that it makes your knees soften. Do you get the feeling? Can you see the picture? And for a moment, it is impossible to look away. You feel it in your chest, that pull, that awe, that silent whisper. This is it. And then the horse exhales, lowers its posture, and walks on as if nothing extraordinary just happened. Did anybody teach that horse how to do that? Did anyone spend years preparing it with bigger steps, longer frames, pushing forward, half-halting back? Did anyone explain first rhythm, or then maybe relaxation and suppleness, then contact or impulsion and straightness, then collection? Or did something inside the horse simply know? Look, before there were trainers and before there were systems, before there were rules about contact, impulsion, or outlines, there was a dream. Now, it might have begun with a movie, a story, I don't know, a childhood image of maybe a black stallion running across the beach, or fury. Maybe it began with Andalusian horses dancing in high collection and feeling something stir in your chest. That happened to me when I was 12. Or maybe your dream was quieter, not about spectacle, not about applause. Maybe you simply wanted to feel lightness. You wanted to feel your horse be able to carry you instead of lean. Or you wanted to feel softness in the reins. Or you wanted to feel that moment where everything aligns and both of you move as one. Yes. Look, before the rules, there was theory. And before the theory, there was fascination. No child dreams about pushing the horse forward into contact, right? No one watches a majestic collected movement and thinks, I hope one day that I can half-halt correctly, right? And yet, somewhere along the way, the dream was handed over to the systems. Now picture yourself. Years of foundation, pushing forward, bigger steps, long and low, stretch the top line, more energy, more contact. Or different advice. Shorten the reins, bring the head in, create that arch, hold the frame, half-halt, drive again. You've heard these terms, I'm sure. You might have even been yelled at from the middle of the arena, right? You try to follow every instruction precisely. You refine your seat, you steady your hands, you listen carefully, you adjust, you invest time, effort, sweat, money. You try hard, and still there is no real lightness, no true expression through the collection. The reins grow heavier, the horse leans more, the steps grow bigger, not lighter, and the front does not truly lift. That's one. The weight does not truly shift back. Or worse, it even shifts more towards the forehand. And slowly, almost unnoticed, the horse becomes a little duller, a little more guarded, a little less alive. And you start to wonder, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe my horse is not talented enough. Maybe collection really is reserved for the special ones. But what if the problem was never your effort? But what if the problem was something else? What if the path was upside down? What if collection is not something we build from the outside, but something we allow from the inside? Wow. Hey, if this story has resonated with you, then please feel free to stick around and look around our channel, and we will also be bringing more videos where we will delve deeper into how you can truly ride collection and high collection without all the myths, the rules, the running forward, or feeling heaviness in the bit. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.